guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you new here, my name is Donna, and for those of you not new, thank you so much for continuing to come back and support my channel. I appreciate you all so very much. Today, I am doing the next episode of my Simply Samples series, in which I pick some samples, use them over a couple weeks time, and then come to you and tell you my thoughts on those samples and pick new samples. Today I am going over these samples that I pulled a couple weeks ago, and I have some really great thoughts on all of them, really. So let's just jump in. I had 3 makeup samples, and the 3 makeup samples I had were these guys here. I did have the Beauty Blender Bounce Liquid Whip Longwear Foundation, longest name on the planet. I had the Becca First Light Priming Filter, and then I had the Hourglass Primer as well. And the Becca First Light Priming Filter is $21 for this size. This exact size is sold at Sephora. This is 0.5 fluid ounces. This is actually categorized as a mini that they have for sale. And the 1 ounce size is $39. So if you elect to get this, buying the mini isn't your best bang for your buck, but buying the mini is going to give you, you know, a little more than a taste, because this is a pretty good size mini of this product. It just looks white to you guys. It is lavender in color, and it does have like a really nice, like milky consistency. It's not bad. It does give a little bit of luminosity to your hand. If you guys can see, this is the one that I have it on, and this is the one I do not. So it is going to give a little bit of luminosity to your skin, which I did enjoy from this product. I have tried this in the past and I didn't really remember it, so to speak. I did like it. It looks very good on your skin on its own, but it also creates enough of a dewiness under like a matte foundation that you don't have to worry wholeheartedly about the matteness of that matte foundation like really drying out your skin. I'm a dry skin girl, so that is a worry for me when I am using a matte foundation. It is a little more watery in consistency than I like my primers to be, but that is totally a personal preference. And there's no other reason other than I find that the I think that the more watery the consistency is, the more I overuse the product, because I am a dry skin person. My skin just soaks up every bit of moisture that I put on my face. So if it's not a creamier texture, then it just soaks right into my skin, and I feel like I need to use more of it. So I automatically will just squeeze out more of the product than I typically need. With this product, I wouldn't say that I needed as much as I took out of the container each time I used it, but because it's such a watery consistency, I just overused it. I know that for fact because it was a pretty full container, and I think it's almost empty. I did use it quite a bit more than I used this one over the last 2 weeks, but that doesn't mean I like this one better. It just means this one was an easier one for me to use because it's in a squeeze pump, and I'll get to this one in a second. It does have like an aroma to it, but it's not like an offensive aroma. It's a really nice aroma, but I can't place the aroma. It's almost citrusy, almost, but not really. So I don't really know what the smell of this is. I can't really tell you. It does kind of lean citrusy. It's not floral by any means. I think that because of the lavender tone in it as well, it helps with like color correction to some extent, because I do have like a lot of redness in my skin, and I felt that I saw it less after using this primer, which was nice. I also feel like it kind of blurs the skin just a smidge, not a lot, but a smidge, and maybe brightens it just a touch. And I think that that comes from that lavender tone in it as well. It is a primer that does look beautiful on its own. So if you're a no makeup kind of person, but you do like a primer, this is a really good primer to use for just that brightening and maybe color correcting aspect of it. It does have 4.3 stars on Sephora, and it is vegan and cruelty free. I cannot say I would ever spend the $21 on it for this size. I also really don't think that it awed me enough to spend $39 on it either. There are so many glorious primers out there that come in at a much cheaper price point that I can't see spending the $39 on it. The next one is this, and it is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer with sunscreen in it that has an SPF of 15. I have to say, I love this little tiny sample size container. It is a beautiful frosted glass. What I didn't particularly love about it is this, which is how you apply it. It is a paddle. So you have to take the paddle out and either stick it on your hand or stick it directly on your face. I just don't think that it's super sanitary. With that, I did use less of this than I did with this one when I did use it, because it is a lot creamier in consistency. It doesn't just kind of dribble down your skin. I did use quite a bit less of it when I was using it. It also kind of has this, like, you guys can't see it on camera, but it has kind of this like blue tint to it almost that is quite odd, but I think that it reminds me a lot of this primer in the color correcting aspects of it because of that blue tint. But that blue tint doesn't hang out. It doesn't stick around after you have rubbed it into your skin, and it blends out really beautifully. It feels like a powder, and oh god, it is just so silky. I can't even explain it. It's just, it feels like silk. The description on the Sephora website is that it is a weightless, superfine, microspheric powder. That goes back to me saying it feels like a powder when you're buffing it into your skin. It goes on as a cream, and then as you're rubbing it into your skin, it feels like you're rubbing a powder into your skin. It's the weirdest sensation. It reminds me a lot of the Becca, the one that feels like, that is a powder but feels like water when you put it on your skin. What is that one called? It reminds me a lot of that because it's a cream yet feels like a powder, and that is powder yet feels like water. It is so weird. I really loved this, and I really feel like this made everything I put on top of it just look that much better. It just made everything look so darn good that I wasn't sure if I liked this or if I liked that primer. It is vegan and cruelty-free and gluten-free. It also has 4.3 stars on the Sephora website. I thought I would bring to the table because I think it's important for you guys to know, and I don't have this skin type, so I really can't speak to it. Most of the 4+ star reviews were from oily skin persons. So if you are an oily skin person, I feel like you would love this. This does come in 3 different sizes. There is a 0.31 ounce size, which is just a smidge bit bigger than this. This is 0.12 ounces. That size is a $20 item. The 1 ounce size is a $54 item, and you can also get it in a 2 ounce size for $75. I won't be spending that kind of money on a primer. And the sad part of it is the only size, the 2 ounce size doesn't even come in a glass bottle. It comes in a tube like this. So you don't even get the pretty glass bottle to sit on your shelf for $75. You get a tube. I won't be spending that kind of money on a primer, although I did love this primer, and I think that you probably also would love that primer. But as I said with the Becca one, there are so many glorious primers out there for so little money that it's just, is it worth it? No, I don't think it is. I think I would much rather spend my $75 on a new eyeshadow palette or a couple beautiful highlighters or something like, I mean, that's really where I want my money to go. But with that being said, if you're a believer in primer and what it can do for your makeup application as well as makeup longevity, and $75 is what you want to spend your coin on, this is an amazing primer. The next makeup item I have is this. It is the Beauty Blender Bounce Liquid Whip Longwear Foundation. I did use this one here. This shade was 2.1 and it is Cool. I also used this one here, which is 3.25 Neutral Light. I am typically a light neutral complexion. This one I did find was a little bit too dark for me, actually. It's the first one that I used. I used it with this primer and it went on my skin beautifully, lasted beautifully. I felt like, oh, I really, really love this foundation. Like, where have I been? Why have I been sitting on this? Today I did use the Cool, and this foundation has been on my skin for a while now, and I do love it. I love the color of it. I think that if I was to get this foundation, this would be the color that I would use. I feel like it matches my skin tone really, really well, even though it's a cool tone. I'm typically not a cool tone wearer, but it's been on my skin now for a little over 7 hours, and I know you guys can't tell. My skin looks awful right now. It looks horrible. You can see every bit of fine line and wrinkle around my eye. You can see my crazy under eye bag right here, which you can always see my crazy under eye bag. All the little fine lines that like make up this crazy little under eye bag right here. Oh my god, they look so crusty. I cannot wait to be done with filming these videos that I have to film today and take this off my face. It is bad. It looks so bad. And what's funny about that is after I had already decided that I did like this foundation and it wearing really well, made my notes, I went in and looked at the reviews on it, and it says it's this beautiful foundation at first, and then it's awful. And that is the case with me. It had a 4-star rating at Sephora. So it claims to have full coverage. I really do feel like it has full coverage. I also feel like it went on beautifully at first. Today I'm wearing this primer underneath it. The first day I wore it, it wore well. I could see some like breaking up around my mouth, but I couldn't, I don't really always chalk that up to the foundation breaking apart as I do to like maybe I leaned on it, maybe I ate something, maybe I wiped my mouth. I'm constantly touching my face. I'm trying not to. Obviously, this whole, COVID thing makes it so that we're hyper conscious about touching our face, but I'm constantly touching my face. My nose itches, my eyes itch, my mouth. I have allergies like crazy, so I try and be conscious about not touching my face, but that's what I racked that up to being the cause of it breaking away around my mouth. Today, it's just everywhere. It looks awful. It is full coverage. I would say it needed to be built up in some areas to be more full coverage, and it lays down pretty naturally when you first put it on. I haven't noticed any oxidization with it, so I find that if it is a creamier foundation, that the oxidation is less than if it is more of a liquid foundation. This one is more of a creamy consistency. It's called a whip foundation, and it definitely feels kind of like moussey almost. It does transfer, so it's not the kind of foundation that you can lean up against and not have it on your hands. But what I will say is it doesn't feel on your face makeup-y or oily. Like a lot of foundations that transfer that you can feel when you touch your face feel makeup-y, oily. I don't know how to explain it. This one doesn't feel that way. Like I can feel of my face and it feels just like my face. It's not like sticky. It's not like makeup-y. I can't feel like the oiliness of the foundation on it, but I can feel it on my fingers. This guy is on sale currently at Sephora for $20, but it typically is a $40 foundation, and I can't say, if you'd have asked me a couple days ago, I would have said, oh yeah, that's a great foundation. I love it. After today, I'm very much of the opinion that it very much depends on the primer that you have on underneath. I have an amazing skincare program. I have great skin, but this makes my skin look awful if it's not primed with the appropriate primer underneath. Would I purchase a full size of it? Nope, that's my final answer. And the next thing I have is this. It is the Living Proof Restore Perfecting Spray, and this is what it looks like. It is a finishing spray for your hair. You can use it as a detangler, as a conditioner. Here's what I will say. My hair looked and felt great after using it. It helped with things like frizz. It helped with things like shine. I felt like it helped with conditioning my hair. It definitely felt soft and hydrated while I was using it. But using it on my daughter's hair, that is definitely fine hair. She has strawberry blonde hair. It made her hair look like a stringy mess. I would say that this is probably good for thicker hair, maybe even curly hair, hair that's got some substance to it. But when it comes to fine hair, I wouldn't say that this is the best. It definitely helped with her frizz, but it also made her strands of hair look like straw. It's not a sticky spray. There's no tackiness to it, so I don't understand why it made her hair look like that. I can say also that it smells much better than many living proof items that I have tried. You all know, or should know at this point in time, that I think living proof product smells a little bit like pepper. This one doesn't. It actually smells really nice. Not floral and not necessarily clean, but kind of like a dryer sheet almost, with a hint of perfume to it, but not overwhelmingly so. I think it smells nice, which is different for me with living proof. It's something that I would continue to use in my hair, but not in hers. The full size of that is $29 for 8 ounces. I don't necessarily think that that is bad. And it has 4.3 stars at Sephora, which also is a pretty good rating. If you decide to get this product, if you don't shake it well, it does say shake well on the bottle. If you do not shake it well, then that was going on with my daughter's hair also would happen to my hair. So you feel like you need to wash it immediately if you don't shake it well. I don't know what the properties are in here that make it like that. Kind of reminds me of gel in your hair at that point. The next item I have is this. It is the Peter Thomas Roth Potent C Bright and Plump Moisturizer. This stuff is kind of strange. It's formulated with collagen. This is what it looks like. So it's a little bit peachy. It's supposed to help with your fine lines and wrinkles and things like dryness and whatnot. And I really did feel like it did that. I felt like I could see a difference in the fine lines around my eyes. I could feel the hydration in my face versus just seeing it. My face looked really good after I used this. It is orange. It may help with like color correcting because of its peachiness. It's a formula that is kind of thick. It does leave a color cast on you. I would say use it at night versus in the morning because this color cast does stay on your skin. You kind of look like an Oompa Loompa, for lack of better words, or like you ate too many carrots. I used it at night. I felt like it was good at night. What was a little bit unnerving about it is that it kind of warms up on your skin. And maybe that's just me. I don't know. I don't think I saw that anywhere else in any of the other reviews on this product, but I felt like it kind of heated up on my skin. And I don't know why. Maybe it's an allergic reaction that I'm having. Maybe. I don't know. I think that that might be part of what makes your skin look plumper. I only think that though because, you know, Buxom has a plumping. Their lip glosses are one of my favorites, and they're plumping and they kind of feel like warm on the skin. I think this is the same concept, honestly. I do feel like it warms up my skin. The smell of it is not appealing. It's not offensive, but it's not appealing. And it's funny because one of the reviews I read said, it smells fine, you're just used to florals. Touche. I think that is probably the case. I don't think it's offensive. I think it's kind of like musky or spicy almost. Yeah, I would say spicy. It's just not a normal scent. It's not a horrible scent, but it's not a normal scent. It's also not sticky at all, but I do feel like it's too thick and causes the sensation it does that made it kind of uncomfortable to wear in the mornings under makeup. So I would use it as a night cream, even though it does say to use it in the AM and the PM. I only would put it on at night. But when I woke up in the morning, my skin looked amazing after I used it. So this is $68 for 1.7 ounces. And you know, you guys, I don't necessarily think that that's awful. I have bought Perricone MD moisturizers that cost more than that for half of the amount of product. So I don't think that $68 is horrible. Would I spend the $68 on it? Sure. Maybe if I didn't have all of that going on over there in skincare in my stash, then I probably would. I did like this product a lot, and I've been known to spend a good chunk of money on skincare because you only get one set of skin. I would purchase a full size. I did like this product. It was a good product. Now this one, on the other hand, this is the Skin Regimen Microalgae Essence. And it says energizing illuminating lotion. And I do think I got this maybe in an Ipsy. I'm not really sure how this got to me, to be honest. I don't remember ever getting it. But this is a microalgae essence, but it says that it is an illuminating lotion. So when I opened it up and put some in my hand, I was expecting a lotion. But instead of a lotion, I got this, which actually is not a lotion. It's like a serum. And so the website says to put it in your hands, rub your hands together and take a deep breath. Well, it doesn't smell. There's no smell to it. I don't know what that take a deep breath is all about. There's not really a smell in it. And now my hand smells so much like that Peter Thomas Roth stuff. I can't smell anything anyways. But there's not really a smell to it. I don't think that it's a moisturizer. I don't think that it's a lotion. But the website does say that it's an illuminating moisturizer and lotion. It's not. It's also sticky. It's got quite a bit of tackiness to it, which I don't like. I also don't feel like it illuminated at all. Once I figured out that it wasn't a lotion, I would just put a couple drops in my hand, rub my hands together, and then just kind of tap it into my skin. But it really is sticky. I did not like that sensation from it at all. So I used it a few times, elected it wasn't for me, quit using it. Really didn't see any kind of anything that it did to my skin. I didn't see any illumination. I didn't see any help with fine lines and wrinkles. I didn't see any, and granted, I only used it a few times, and you can't really get a good grasp on what's going on and how this product is helping your skin if you've only used it a few times. But, so I'm giving you that. But this product for 3.38 ounces is $75, and it isn't like a mainstream product. You can't find it anywhere except for on its website. And its website has a 5-star rating. There's only 6 reviews though. I don't know. You guys know, I'm just kind of, says it's recommended for stressed, dehydrated, and aging skin. And it gives a natural glow. I didn't notice any kind of glow at all. And I also didn't notice any kind of help that it gave to my skin. So, would I repurchase it? Absolutely not. No. Nope, I wouldn't. The last thing is this, and this is the Glam Glow Bubble Sheet Oxygenating Deep Cleanse Mask. That one mask is $9 at Sephora. What in the hell? Why would you spend $9? But then the I've tried Tarte sheet masks too, and they're amazing, but they're $15 a piece. So, like, I get it. $9 for one mask. So this is a mask that is like carbonated-ish or foamy. Once it comes out of the package and onto your face, the outside air makes it kind of like foam up. Here's the true tea of it though. The outside of it, because it's in the air, foams up so much more than what is actually touching your skin. So I didn't understand that. I didn't understand what the purpose of that was. You don't have to leave it on for very long. I think you leave it on for like 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. So I left mine on for 3 minutes. The outside of the mask foaming up, foaming up, foaming up. The inside did break down my makeup underneath, which I thought was really cool. But then you have to take this mask and wash your face with the cloth that is the mask to continue to put the cleanser into your skin and get the rest of your makeup off. I don't know. I just thought it was weird, and I didn't really think it did anything for cleansing my skin differently than the already cleansing routine that I have. And that's not the purpose of why I use a sheet mask anyways. I use a sheet mask for that instant soaking up of the good serums and the goodness, not necessarily for cleansing. I thought it was really strange. I don't know that I would ever use a cleansing sheet mask again, and I definitely wouldn't be paying $9 for them. I typically love Glam Glow products, so this has nothing to do with Glam Glow, but this just this just didn't, I mean, it just wasn't fantastic for me. It wasn't a $9 sheet mask. Honestly, I'd rather have had like a bunch of serums, and this sheet mask made my skin look super great, than have a sheet mask that went onto my face, bubbled up, like some kind of gimmicky something, and then I had to wash my face off anyways. It kind of, I say this not meaning this to come out in the way it's going to, but it kind of made my face raw. Not like the skin peeling off, but it hurt-ish, like it was peeling, like I had been sunburned, I guess is where I'm going with this. But it wasn't like red, it was just sensitive. It was sensitive. So I would say if you are thinking about this mask and you have sensitive skin, don't get this, because it's going to make your skin more sensitive. I felt like my skin was hypersensitive to everything that touched it. 4.3 stars on Sephora is what it has, and like I said, it's a $9 sheet mask. I wouldn't pay $9 for it. I'm gonna go get my samples ready to pull for new samples, so I'll be right back. These are my sample drawers. In the first drawer we have hair, second drawer we have skin, third drawer we have makeup. We do pull 1, 2, and 3 samples, so I'm going to start pulling. This is the AG Hair Care Glow, which is a shine infused serum for your hair. So this is what we'll be trying over the next couple weeks. Alright, our first skin product is the delectable Super Blend Beautifier Body Butter Cream and Triple Citrus Blend. I like this. This is a body butter, so it's something for my entire body, which I love, having stuff that doesn't always go on my face. The second one is this. It is the Dermalogica Skin Smoothing Cream. I do love Dermalogica. I've tried many things, but I don't think I've tried this by them. They are one of my brand partners, so I do get a lot of gratis from them, but I don't think I've tried this product before, so I'm excited for that. So this is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang, and it's in a blue. Is it a blue? Yes! Benefit Bad Gal Bang, and it's blue. I'm so excited. I'm so excited that I have a blue mascara. Oh, so it's the Bite Agave Lip Balm and Lip Scrub. So there's 2 different products in here, so I'm excited about that. So last one. This is a primer, and it is the Tarte Quench from their Rainforest of the Sea line, it does look like. This is all of my sheet masks. So in here I do have like eye masks and foot masks and stuff like that. This is all my sheet masks, and you guys can see it's so full I can't hardly open it. So I'm just going to dig in and pull one out. And this is the Beet Vitamin A Fresh Pressed Sheet Mask to refine pores and smooth rough skin. So I'm interested in that. I don't think I've ever heard of these sheet masks before. They're by Sweet Chef, so interesting. Okay guys, so these are the samples that I have to use this week. I do have a body butter, which is exciting. I have a skin smoothing cream by Dermalogica, a hair glow by AG Hair Care. I have a primer by Tarte. I have a blue mascara that is by Benefit, and this is my favorite Benefit mascara, so I'm excited about this guy. And I have an Agave Bite Beauty Lip Balm and Lip Scrub. I've heard a lot of great things about this, and I do have their balm in stick form, or did. I got rid of it because it kind of smells bad now, so. And then I also have this sheet mask that we'll be using over the next 2 weeks. So have you guys tried any of the samples that I just talked about, or the samples that I just pulled? I would love to hear your thoughts on any of them. Thank you guys so much again for coming to visit my channel today. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that if you did, you're considering giving it a big thumbs up. It's totally free to do, and it does help us out here in YouTube Nation with YouTube and the analytics that they have in pushing our videos out. It shows YouTube that we do have people that like our videos and watch our videos, and I hope that you would consider doing it. I also hope that you would consider subscribing to my channel before you go. Hopefully you liked it, or me, enough that you're thinking, I'd like to see more of her. It's totally also free to do. And I would love to have you along for this crazy midlife crisis of mine. And I just don't know why you wouldn't want to hit subscribe. With that being said, if you do subscribe to my channel, please hit the notification bell. I do upload content 3 to 4 times a week, depending on the week, and I wouldn't want you to miss anything. It would make me sad if you were missing anything. Like, I couldn't even imagine hitting subscribe on somebody's channel and then never seeing their stuff populate in my feed, and I wouldn't want that to happen to you. So please hit the thumbs up, please hit subscribe, and please hit that notification bell. It would warm my heart so, so much. Thank you guys again for coming to visit my channel, and I hope that this month is treating you well so far. I hope that we got through, the elections in a way that we wanted to. I hope that we didn't stress out too much about it. I hope that you and your family are well. I hope that you guys are masking up when you're going out in public, because again, we're never going to get out of this unless we're all doing our part to save ourselves. And I also hope that you're loving each other, but loving each other from afar. Until next time, guys. Bye.